To you all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are continuing with Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, third chapter, Lord's pastimes out of Vrindavan. And today's verse is number 8. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'll share my screen, Maharaj.
Glory to Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Asambhurta ekasmin nanagareshu yositam savidam jagre panim anurupa swamayaya. All the princesses were lodged in different apartments. And the Lord simultaneously assumed different bodily expansions, exactly matching each and every princess. He accepted her hands in perfect rituals by his internal potency. Purport. In the Brahma Samhita 533, the Lord is described as follows in regard to his innumerable plenary expansions. Advaitam achyutam anaryananta rupam madhyam purana purusho navayovanam cha vedesha durlam avadurlam atma bhakto govindam hari purusham tamaham bhajami. The Lord Govinda, whom I worship, is the original personality of Godhead. He is not different from his innumerable plenary expansions, who are infallible, original, and unlimited, and who have eternal forms. Although he is primeval, the oldest personality, he is always fresh and young. By his eternal potency, the Lord can expand himself into various personalities of Swayam Prakash and again into Prabhava and Vaibhava forms, and all of them are non-different from one another. The forms into which the Lord expanded to marry the princesses in different apartments were all slightly different, just to match each and every one of them. They are called Vaibhava Vilas forms of the Lord, and are affected by his internal potency, Yoga Maya. Om Gyantim Vedandasya Girajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stabditam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimakte Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivasesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Satarine Vanchakalpa Tirubhescha Kripa Sindhubhe Bachapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the forms that we are familiar with, or we might even say those forms that we are mentioned in the Vedas, is just a tiny drop in the ocean of unlimited forms. The Lord, by nature, is unlimited. In all categories, he is also limited. Unlimited in names, unlimited in forms, qualities, pastimes, activities. Everything is unlimited in the spiritual realm. Limitation applies itself to the material realm. In the spiritual world, the word unlimited applies to everything because spirit is never under the influence of time, and therefore spirit is always energized by its own energy, and it's always expanding, 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 expanding. So here we're hearing how the Lord adopts forms to suit his particular needs, desires, or his pastimes. Here, the pastime is to associate with these queens, 16,108 queens. So each of his forms are not different from the other form, but there's a certain mood that he adopts according to the personality he is associating with. Just like when Narada Muni came to Dwarka to meet Krishna, he went into one palace to see Krishna, and he noticed Krishna was there with his queen, and they were playing some card game. And then he went into another place when he was the same Krishna was there with another queen, and there were some young children there. And each place he went, he was astonished to see the same Krishna in different activities in different places. Of course, the mood was different, but the forms are the same. So they were slightly different, but not noticeably different. Slightly different, but not noticeably different. And this is what the word slightly really indicates here. So everything about the Lord is unlimited. His mercy is unlimited. His anger is unlimited. His love is unlimited. Everything about him doesn't fall into the category of limitation. And that is the beauty of spirit. We are also of the same nature. We are jiva, we are spirit, but we are limited because somehow or other we've given up our actual nature and accepted another nature, that is the nature of the material body. So we identify and act according to the material body, but our unlimited spiritual nature remains dormant within the body, or at least covered. So as we become Krishna conscious, our nature and reach more and more levels of unlimitedcy. We are not as unlimited certain range. For instance, it says that the Lord can expand into unlimited forms. But the even the jiva in this material world through expand into nine different forms. So you can expand yourself in nine different forms of yourself, but each form is exactly the same, and each form is doing the same thing. It's almost like having different televisions on the same channel in different places, but you'll see the same picture in each of the televisions. So the same way we are also, but we have unlimited love for the Lord. That's one thing about our nature is our love, or we might say the happiness that comes in that loving relationship with the Lord is unlimited. As Lord Chaitanya, when he speaks, he mentions Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, that the living entity is an ocean of happiness, or there is an ocean of happiness that is available to the living entity. So in that commentary by the acharyas on that verse, when they speak about that one section, they say, although the jiva is limited, his ability to experience happiness is unlimited. So that's one of the qualities, because when we connect with the unlimited, we also adopt the mood of unlimitedness within a certain range of unlimitedness. And it's still, as long as we are in the material world. When we are in the spiritual world, then as souls in the spiritual world, we can also could become unlimited. We can change our forms in different ways and serve the Lord according to these different forms. We can be in different places at the same time. So this is part of the nature of unlimitedness. But here, Well, the main point is the Lord wants to please his devotees. So he makes this adjustment and he, according to the nature of the personality he's with, he adopts a certain mood to satisfy that personality. Here it's in reference to the princess in Dwarka, who Krishna has saved from the demon called Narakasura. He's also called Bombasur. Narakasura, same demon, just two different names. And Krishna married them all just so they would have a husband. They were not, as we learned from the previous verse, they were not able to get married because they had been captured by this demon. According to custom, culture, history, and tradition, if a girl is polluted or is outside, is with another person, another man, then nobody will marry her. So that's the way and that's the Vedic culture. Of course, that's changed now, but still, some of it is still intact in certain places in India yet. It's still, the tradition still remains strong in that way. And that's good. The ladies get protected all the way up to the time when they meet their husband, and then they stay chaste and faithful to that husband their entire life, or at least to the time where they retire from that ashram and again and then focus on their spiritual life. In other words, to take vanaprastha and sannyas. Both the men, women don't take sannyas, but they take a type of what is called renunciation, where they put on white and they go to a holy place and serve the Lord in the remainder of the life, serving the deity in that holy place. And that qualifies them to go back to Godhead. So the whole Vedic culture is organized that if we follow it carefully, every step leads to a higher step, to ultimately to the perfectional step, even in the day-to-day activities that we perform. In other words, material life can be conducive to our spiritual practice, or material life can be detrimental to our spiritual practice, or not conducive. If we adopt the proper principles of material life, and that is the Varnashram system. So there's duties within the different systems according to one's Varna. And if we adopt that, and then ashram is there, we adopt a particular ashram, either grihastha, married, with family, living at home, brahmachari, retired, that is now known as, we call it vanapras, but it's called retired life. That's a more adaptable terminology to help us understand that now one is finished with the activities of sense gratification and that terms of family life, and now they move away from that and focus fully, and then gradually come to the stage of complete renunciation. And that's both there for the man and the woman, like that. Some cases, the women go and live with their family members, such as their married son, and then they get taken care of there. But their main business is to worship the Lord to the end of life. And therefore, it's recommended they go to a holy place and adopt that. We have our Mayapur, which is a place that is adopted for that type of lifestyle, along with we have our place in Vrindavan and other holy places where ladies can go, or even to your local temple, and just live there until the end of their life, serving the deity so nicely, focusing fully on devotional service. That is the business of one who retires from worldly activities to focus fully now on material life. Of course, Srila Prabhupada wants us to retire from worldly activities as soon as we can and not wait till the end, because sometimes we get so entangled in material activities that we don't have enough time for Krishna consciousness, or we actually subvert some of our activities in Krishna consciousness by adopting certain material tendencies, which are somewhat contrary to our spiritual practice, such as associating with non-devotees. So yeah, so these things are there. So Krishna is very inclined to give pleasure to those who are devoted to him, and to not only to bring them closer to him, but to serve them according to their needs in life. And here the queens, they needed to get married. These are princesses. They were daughters of great kings who were imprisoned by that same demon, Narakasura. That comes up later in the 10th canto. You'll read about how Krishna dealt with that and killed Jarasandha, who had captured many of these kings and put him in prison. He was going to sacrifice them to the goddess Chandi, doing a human sacrifice, but Krishna came and killed Jarasandha and then ultimately freed the kings. So yeah, because in those days, there was one king that would rule the entire world, but then there were little kingdoms throughout the world that were what we say subservient to the main king, but they had their own little area of rule. It's almost like the representative in one area, but they were called kings. Now we have a kind of a different kind of a political system where they call them senators and political representatives, and they change all the names around to suit some kind of material activity. Okay, so this is a very nice verse to help us understand how kind Krishna is and how powerful he is at the same time. And those expansions are none different than him. And just like the example is, if you have one candle and you light another candle with that same candle, that other candle has the same candle power as the original candle. And you can light many candles and they all have the same candle power. But when it comes to the Supreme Lord, when he expands, each one of the expansions have the full power of the original, but they don't manifest that power because they manifest whatever they need for their mission. If they come as an avatar, they have a mission. Or if they come as what we say, um, a representative of the Lord, and then they also have their mission. So they adopt the qualities that they need to do their service as an avatar. But the original one is Krishna. He is the supreme, and therefore he is the source of all of the others. But each one is eternal, each one is fully empowered. Okay, this is Krishna. We can stop here and open it up for some discussion.
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Nice explanation of this verse. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Maharaj, can I request you to tilt your screen a little bit, Maharaj? Thank you. Dear devotees, any questions or comments, you can please go ahead and please turn on your cameras if possible, wherever you are. And you can raise your hand or type in chat window. I can read it for you.
Yeah, we only have 5 people with their cameras on.
Yeah.
Actually, only 3. Okay. Everybody's
Krishna.
people like to look in the mirror, but they don't want to show anybody else their face.
Yes.
But come on, we are non-judgmental. Don't worry. Even if you're not a beauty queen, you can still come on, don't worry.
Jai.
Even if you haven't made it to Esquire magazine, still you can come on. Okay, we're now up to 13, including us, me and
Yes.
you. It's not very good.
Today we have only 29 along with us, Maharaj, on the class. So
We didn't even get halfway yet.
yeah,
One of those slow days. Okay,
dear
question.
devotees, yeah, dear devotees. So Maharaj, while others are thinking, okay, Sonal Mataji raised. Hare Krishna Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare
So
Krishna Maharaj, please accept my obeisances. My obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
welcome back.
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, regarding this verse, I always wonder because Srila Prabhupada was Shakti Avesh Avtara, he managed to influence so many people and impart the knowledge. In my capacity, first of all, I have very limited understanding about my real position. I'm still covered by so many the faults. So, in my capacity, how will I be able to do any preaching or spread Krishna consciousness if I'm not clear about the position, my own position, or I'm still full of so many faults?
Well, the faults are not a disqualification. The thing is to emphasize what is required in order to be an instrument for the mercy of others. Lord Chaitanya, he gave the formula, by my command, be guru, save the land. So he said, whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. Whoever you meet, teach them to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we can take part in programs that are outreach to others, and we can also start something on our own. But in some way, we can speak something. We all have some knowledge. So speak whatever you know to others. And it's not really so difficult. You just have to use your discrimination to know when to say something and when not to say something. No, just don't become discouraged because you're not a pure devotee. It's not, it's not that only pure devotees speak. Everyone can speak. But then again, look for an audience that you can speak to. Or if you know some individuals, you can also. I remember after I joined, and then I took the sannyas order of life, I was still doing traveling, uh, traveling, not preaching, but just traveling and distributing. And I used to give class to my partner. We would travel, two of us in a Ford van, and I would practice giving class to him. So in that way, I was developing this. But I can also mention what Srila Prabhupada said. He said, preacher means reader. Those who read regularly will have the uh, information they need to speak, and at the same time, they will gain some enthusiasm to speak simply by reading. Or read Prabhupada's books, read. But anyone, Prabhupada always used the example of Shama Sundar's daughter, Saraswati. She was only 5 years old. Prabhupada uses this as an example. And he said that she used to come up to people during the Sunday feast and just say, "Do you know Krishna?" And they would say no. And she would say, "He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead." She doesn't know much, but she knows one thing. And she repeats it. But there's different ways to position yourself where you can, reach other people through programs, through individual connections. Or
Thank
you,
you, Maharaj.
or I would suggest you're married, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so now you have a house and a husband. So now you can start a program and invite devotees to come. And if there's some preacher that comes, they can speak, or you can invite preachers. If not, then what you can do is just sit together, whoever comes, and read. You read some from Srila Prabhupada's books, Srimad Bhagavatam Gita, and then you discuss it among yourself. You read and discuss.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj.
That's easy. You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, but I always feel that I myself am not qualified. So how can I preach? So that's always which pushes me to learn more, which is a good thing. But then I'm always afraid to do anything more than that.
Well, when people say they're not qualified, sometimes it's just the way they feel, but actually they are qualified, but they're shy or they feel they're not qualified. But as soon as you start speaking, you start becoming qualified. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj.
I mean, I've known you for a while. You ask nice questions.
No, because I read, because I still feel that I'm still way far away from any realizations, and that's why I have questions then.
Well, Srimati wrote me a letter the other day. She said, I have to give a talk and I need some guidance, some suggestion. I told her two things. Study the topic you're going to speak on, and then while you're speaking, pray to Krishna, pray to Prabhupada for his mercy. And Prabhupada will be there. He'll give you the words you need to say if you pray. Right, Srimati? It
Yes,
works?
Maharaj, it worked good much. It was a nice class and everyone liked it and I got a positive feedback.
Yeah. The formula is there.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Amritaram Mataji, please go ahead.
And I should add one thing. If you do it, that'll please Prabhupada, it'll please the spiritual master, it'll please Krishna. So that's an impetus for getting going. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Amritaram Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, as Prabhupada said that he recommends to have timely retirement from the material activities and not wait till the end, as you mentioned in the class. And we were just recently reading Lilamrit, and we came across one incident where Prabhupada writes a letter to Mahatma Gandhi, and he advises him as well to have the timely retirement. Otherwise, he'll meet a bad end.
Inglorious.
Yeah.
Inglorious.
Inglorious end.
Mhm.
So I was just wondering that is retirement time specific, or is it how do we understand now we are ready for retirement?
Well, soon as your son grows up, and then you might think then that's it. Soon as he grows up, he becomes, interested in, his own future and starts developing in that way. And then that's it. That's the sign. Is that all right?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. For me, of course, you indicated already. Thank you for that.
It's right to the point. You don't have to think
Praise
about
the
it.
Lord. Yes. Thank you for making me so clear about everything, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Shiv Kumar Prabhu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj, speaking of this topic of Vanaprastha Maharaj, like I am approaching 50 Maharaj, 48, and some of the devotees of my age, when I talk to them, the challenge that the devotees face is like quitting the full-time job, Maharaj, material job. Many of the devotees are not able to quit the job because there is still this financial commitment, and are in some cases, Maharaj, where there is enough financial security, but still they are guided by their shiksha gurus themselves that you are not ready for full-time devotional service yet, so you just continue for now. So I just wanted to hear what can I kind of pass on, Maharaj, from through you yourself, Maharaj, as to how they can look at this.
Well, I don't think I should discuss your personal life right now. So, but I would have to know more details about you and your situation before we can give some, what we say, beneficial advice.
Hmm.
But realize that we only the purpose of life is to become fully Krishna conscious. So we want to accelerate that.
Hmm. Okay. So, Maharaj, just to clarify, Maharaj, in my case, I have actually resigned, Maharaj, from the full-time job, and I have taken part-time job, and kind of I have put it on the back burner because I have um, some things to kind of take care of my maintenance. But I'm talking about the devotees who approach me and who talk to me, Maharaj, who are at the point of making this decision whether to quit the full-time job or not. So they are not able to make the decision because either they are not financially stable, or even if some cases where they are stable, they are instructed by their sikshas that you are not ready for full-time devotion service yet. So you just
if they adopt the shiksha, then they should accept whatever the shiksha recommends them.
okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Well, I'm trying to do one thing here. Let me just give me a minute here. I want to play a real interesting little 15-second video for everybody. Let me see, where is it? You may not like, nobody's going to like this video, but it's good. Let me see how to do it. Okay.
I liked it, Guru Maharaj.
Let me see here. Okay. Rishab. One minute. Run. Get me into WhatsApp here. I just took a picture.
Yes.
Should click to reload.
Yeah. Link device. Link device. Here.
Want to see a little video?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Maharaj, you can share the screen.
Yeah, let me see. Where is it here? Okay, let me see how to do it. Mhm. It might seem like I'm not getting anything here. What is this? Haribo? You ran away. Oh, I got it. Okay. Let me see here. Well, Haribo, come. I want to put this on the WhatsApp call. I want what's on my Zoom call here. So go back to Zoom workplace. Okay. So how do I do that? Yeah, we want to also share the volume too.
Share sound.
Share volume too, share sound over there. Okay. Okay, that's it. And then you hit the share button.
But just press on the WhatsApp.
Here?
Please. Yes. Right?
Okay, now, could everyone see the picture?
Yes, Maharaj.
That's Badri Narayan. He just left the world.
Yeah.
He's going to speak something really short.
You have to hear from the sadhus. Why? Because there is an alternative to this world. There's a spiritual reality that is Sat Chit Ananda, and you're wasting your life in this world. Get out. And if we don't believe that, we don't have the impetus to give up the anchors. Illicit sex, intoxication, pride, dancing to the tune of my tongue. We don't have Utsaha Nischaya Dar yet. I'm packing what I wanted to say in about 2 minutes because we're going to end. But if we don't, it's all bogus. We've been hypnotized, we've been cheated, we've been hosed, we've been frauded, we've been intoxicated. And the Bhagavatam is meant to wake up. Get out of here. Don't waste your time. Because there's such a transcendental, blissful reality where we belong.
Okay, I thought you might like that one.
Thank you, Maharaj. It's very powerful.
Stop share. Yeah. That was just a couple of days before he left the world. He's telling you right to the don't waste time, get out. You might think I'm too young to get out. I still have so many obligations.
Yes.
But
Thank
our
you, sir.
obligation is to take this Krishna consciousness seriously. Because
Maharaj, sorry.
that's our eternal treasure. And that is that treasure that's waiting to be experienced. This world is just what it is. This is a place of suffering. We're trying to adjust things just to make it work, but our adjustment will go on forever. That's all.
Thank you.
So, Maharaj, even though materially we are ready, but I feel like we have to be spiritually strong to take that decision, right, Maharaj? So, as you said, let escalate in Krishna consciousness. Until you reach that particular mature stage of Krishna consciousness, you are not ready to take up this retirement or renunciation of this world. Or
Well, what if Maya comes along and what if fate comes along and says, well, you just came back from the doctors and he says, well, that's it. 6 months to live. There's no cure for what you got. Are you going to wait and you think, I'm not mature enough to be Krishna conscious? You better be Krishna conscious.
Mm.
You can be, Prabhupada said, you can be Krishna conscious in one moment, or you can take hundreds of years. It's up to you.
Okay.
It doesn't take much to be Krishna conscious. It's really easy. What's the difficulty is our material attachments. That's what makes it difficult. So learn how to move through this world in such a way that you can always keep yourself connected to the spiritual energy. Chant the holy names, associate with devotees, read the books, take only Krishna Prasadam, go to the temple, go to the yatras. Take time. Focus 100% on Krishna. You might have material responsibilities, all right, but minimize them. Do them as quick as you can so you can get to the real business.
Okay. Yes, Maharaj. Got it. Thank you. Sarmishta Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisance and my obeisances to everyone present. Guru Maharaj, this is a follow-up question from Amritanam Mataji. You have used the right word which was used there, inglorious death. So Maharaj, when you're reading, I mean, I also read, but just remembering that word, what does it take? This is what I thought I'll take guidance about from you. Hare Krishna.
You're asking me how to remember to what you read? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Maharaj, you have used that word which was written there. So, yes, reading, yes, I also am going through now reading books, reading Srimad Bhagavatam as you're doing the verse from the Veda base. I'm again trying to relate after the class. So I just want to understand, so when you're reading, yes, how to develop that habit of remembering the exact word. I was amazed. Just the word that you have used was inglorious, and that is what was mentioned there. So I just thought that
if you want to maximize your ability to remember, read it over. Read one line and then read it again and think about what you're reading. What is that line? What is that line saying?
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay, Maharaj.
Another method is to write things down, and that will help you remember. And you can go back and read what you wrote down.
Okay, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
But I can give you a third one. And this is the one you should do. Whatever you read, find somebody and speak and tell them what you read. And then you'll remember it easy. As soon as you repeat it, it becomes part of you. And the more you repeat it, the more it's easier to remember, to know what to say, what to remember. And Krishna says, I'm the source of remembrance. So when you remember Krishna, it's easier to remember what you need to do to serve Krishna. These are all things that we have to practically apply in Krishna consciousness.
Okay.
But for you, since you are very dynamic in your personality, you should use your dynamic nature to speak to others. They'll listen to you. They will. You have Shakti. I know that. I immediately picked that up when I met you at the airport, and you got Shakti. All you have to do is speak, and people will listen to you. And then that'll help you to remember. And then as that builds, then remembrance becomes more natural. And as you read, you'll be able to keep the knowledge within you simply by repeating it. And if you can't repeat it to people you can find, then talk to your son. He's there. He's a very good boy.
Overwhelmed, Maharaj, with your blessings. I'm really overwhelmed with your blessings. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Keep showering your blessings on me, Maharaj, always.
That's what Amrita Nam does. She preaches to her son, and then he preaches back to her. So it's two ways. Srimati has a son who also preaches to her. It's great. It's good to have kids who are, interested.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Sridevi Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Srimati. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. On this subject of, getting ready and preparing ourselves, etc. Just recently, we had a doctors get together and a commemoration of one of the doctors who recently passed away was going on. He was only 45 years old. He was himself an intensivist, that means someone who's in charge of intensive care. He'd been having some unexplained fatigue, and so they did some routine blood tests, and the diagnosis came back acute myeloblastic leukemia, one of the most aggressive forms of blood cancer. 48 hours, he was put in complete isolation within 48 hours of the diagnosis. Nobody could see him except or talk to him except through a glass door, because such people are very vulnerable to infection. And for the next 6 weeks, that was his life. Of course, they tried everything, so many different things. And finally, when he understood that the end is near, he was very Krishna conscious. He was very Krishna conscious. He wrote to his Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, his guru. His guru arranged a Zoom meeting. They had long conversations. He discussed everything about his two little children, his family, etc. He gave instructions to everybody to give back all the donations that had come pouring in for his treatment. And he said, I'm so grateful to Krishna. What more can I ask for? I have the association of devotees. I have my Guru Maharaj's blessings. And so he went remembering Krishna. But he was prepared. So I think maybe because he was in such a state of preparedness, though it was such a big shock, 6 weeks start to finish and he was gone, he could make it. Most of us, I think, we don't realize that it can happen so quickly. I just thought I'll share that.
Yeah. Some of us are fortunate to get a notice ahead of time, and others might find themselves in a difficult situation and everything ends all of a sudden. You never know. Death doesn't give any notice. It comes according to its own ways. But death for a devotee is under the hands of Krishna, so Krishna will generally Krishna allows the devotee to prepare themselves. But sometimes the preparation is very short. 6 months was pretty good for that person. Maharaj Katvanga.
6 weeks? 6 weeks, Guru Maharaj.
6 weeks, yeah. 6 weeks was it was pretty short. But it only takes you 6 minutes to get prepared, that's all. When everything is pulled out under you, where do you go? You go simply to Krishna. There's no other place to go. But the secret is to always be with Krishna. Then when things are pulled out under, you don't have to go anywhere. You're right there all the time. Don't forget Krishna. That's the principle of success in spiritual life. I was just reading something today. Somebody sent, I'll read. This is from Srila Prabhupada. Somebody sent me this today. It was really interesting. Let's see where it is here. How to get to where I want to go. Mhm. Okay. I try to get out of where I am to get where I want to go. Okay, here it is. This is from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Lila, chapter 28, verses 25 to 28. So Chaitanya Bhagavat was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur, but it was also given purports by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So here it says, "This is my final call to you. Simply dedicate all your time to chanting the name of Krishna. By any means, with all your strength, try to come to Krishna. There's no other necessity. This is the call of my heart, addressed to you, all my friends." From Chaitanya Bhagavat. This is the only necessity. The things in this world, they become easily manageable when we become fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And Krishna helps you, and you'll find yourself not doing much to simply maintain yourself. Or the extensions, which we call our family members. Sometimes we take on more responsibility than we actually need in the relationship to others, rather than giving people their own uh, responsibility to take care of themselves. Well, we can take care of others by giving them Krishna conscious. That's the best way to take care of others. Because that's something they can eternally benefit from. Prabhupada said, you give somebody some food, that's nice, but 4 hours later, 5 hours later, they're hungry again. So we do that. Medical care. Medical care is needed. Okay, we do that, but how long will that last? And of course, medical care is never guaranteed to be up to the standard of what we actually are suffering from. So the whole material world is so, what we say, precarious. Nothing is clear. Everything is based on the time element. Everything changes. We rely on anything, but more a responsibility to take care of them. Take care of them by giving them Krishna. Invite them to the temple. Teach them to chant Hare Krishna. Then you don't have to worry about leaving the world. You already left the world in the sense that you're no longer part of the worldly activities anymore. And then you can live in this world happily by giving Krishna consciousness to those who you call friends and family members. That's all. If you're a mother, you cook. You cook, you offer the food to the deity, and then you're giving prasadam to your friends and family members. That's a service. If you're a father, you give some advice, some direction. Some spiritual advice. It's all based on desire. That's the problem. When we have the strong spiritual desire, the doors open up and we have so many options by which we can move forward to pure devotional service. And when we're still locked into our mindset that I have so many material responsibilities, I can't give them up, then we don't really see the options that are available.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Such an elaborate discussion. Raj Prabhu, you want to go ahead?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you. Guru Maharaj, I have a quick incident to share regarding retirement. 2 days back, I was interacting with some leader of some industry. He was working for last 20 year on a very high paying job. I was interviewing with him. So I asked him, he was kind. So I asked him what is his life goal next. So he said, I want to plan my retirement. I want to plan for my retirement. And I asked, what does it mean to retire for him? So he said, retirement to me means that my children are able to earn enough money so that I don't need to care about my bills anymore. He was 50. He was 50 and he said this. And I asked him that you have been working from last 20 years in this industry on a very high paying job. How don't you have money to pay your bills? So he said that the more you earn, you raise your living standard. And we have been living in this American dream. So we are practically living on credit cards and debt. So that's what he said. And I thought even if I get on top positions like him, I will be in that miserable condition at the age of 50.
Yeah, because you have to understand, just like spiritual life is, the more you plug into it, the more it expands. The material life, the more you plug into it, the more it expands. Obligations expand. We still have desires for sense gratification, and we're not satisfied with the standard sense gratification that we're getting. We want some different kind of sense gratification, some variety in our sense gratification. That's part of the material mood, is that people become dissatisfied and they still look for more or something different, something new. And your friend is the epitome of that. So he's going to
Raj,
he's not going to really retire. He's just going to be paying bills the rest of his life.
Guru Maharaj, Raj is not going to go that way. We won't let him.
Raj is intelligent.
No, I am under your shelter, Maharaj. I have no intelligence. It's all your instruction and devotees association.
That's good intelligence. You keep that going, Raj.
He came
Thank
to
you so much.
he came to see me when I was in Delhi. We spent 2 days together.
I'm so grateful for that time, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, it was nice. Now he's reading Bhagavatam, right? Or no, Nectar of Devotion.
Nectar of Devotion, Maharaj.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
He's very sincere.
Thank you.
I also like Raj very much, Guru Maharaj. I have great hopes for him. He's a Kshatriya and we need Kshatriyas real bad over here.
Well, he was born in a holy place, so he's got a lot of sukriti. He was
Thank
born
you.
in
Thank you so
he was born in Ujjain, you know that? To get that
Yeah.
kind of birth. Wow, that's
Yeah.
not easy.
Nice.
Ujjain
I mean, the birth in Ujjain means nothing to me, Guru Maharaj, without devotees association and your instruction and shelter. I mean, there are a lot of people born in Ujjain, but they don't follow anything.
Yeah, well,
So
it's a springboard, but if they don't spring, then they stay on the board. It pushes you in a certain direction, but then you have your choice what direction you want to go in. Born in a Brahmin family means you have an opportunity to develop Brahminical qualities, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen unless you work to develop it.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhuji. Sridevi Mataji, you have any more comments or anything to share? Hare Krishna.
I think that's Sridevi has a
Yeah.
question.
Yes. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, yeah, just real quick. Guru Maharaj, I was thinking at the time of death, if we are thinking like this, oh, I have not done enough for Srila Prabhupada, I've not really perfected my chanting, I could have done so much better in this area, whatever. It's all spiritual, but it's all longings for doing something that you didn't do properly. Will that be considered a desire to want to come back?
Hope not. That's just regret for wasting time where you could have did more, but you didn't take the opportunity. It's a very sad situation to be in that consciousness.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, that is the most terrible thing I can think of, to be dying and thinking, oh, I could have done this better. Okay, I could have done that better. I could have pleased Prabhupada. I should not have wasted time. That is a very horrifying prospect for me.
It is horrifying for everyone who goes through it.
Yes.
Don't be like, there's one story, like there was one very successful businessman. He's quite wealthy. His family members, he was in India, his family members wanted to get him connected to some kind of spirituality because he was getting old. So they tried different things that didn't work. So then they found this one sadhu and said, "Would you, take our grandfather to the holy places and teach him the spiritual life?" And he said, "Yeah, okay." So the grandfather agreed. They're going on tour, and they came to Varanasi, Kashi. So, and then he was taking him around. And then in Kashi, there's the famous burning ghats. It's a wonderful way to leave the world because you go there and you can watch the bodies being burnt. They light the bodies on fire and you can see the end of the body. So he takes him there, and then the old man is watching the bodies being burnt, and then he starts crying. And then the sadhu thinks, oh, I finally got to him. And then he says to the grandfather, how do you feel? He said, I just wasted my whole life. I was a cloth merchant, but I could have made more money selling wood.
Some people are incorrigible, Guru Maharaj.
Don't be like that one.
No, it's just too horrifying to be like that.
Thank you, Maharaj. Devotees, any last minute questions? We are almost past an hour. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, I have a question regarding Sonal Mataji's question. We are trying to become preachers, trying to share whatever we know. But I heard in one class that we have to learn how to empower others, or empowerment. We can inspire, but how can we empower? Like, we are also still in the learning stage, and so at that time, or so how can one empower others? I didn't understand that point when that Prabhuji
I
was.
think the empowerment comes by your association. If you're Krishna conscious, then you can also inspire others simply by your association. You can start within the family and then move it out to friends and others. Having home programs on a regular basis is recommended by everyone who is in the Grihastha ashram to hold a home program, invite, and then you cook, and then you serve the devotees by offering prasadam. You can also give a lecture, and that inspires others because that's good consciousness. turn to Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 21st chapter, 321, 31. But it's in the purport. Prabhupada writes it. It's in the purport. It's interesting. It's one of my favorite purports. 321:31. And then go down the page. There's one particular paragraph where Prabhupada begins speaking. It's quite a long purport. Here, well, that's one thing. Says that a person who goes to the temple of Lord and worships with great devotion, but who does not show sympathy to people in general or show respects to other devotees is considered to be a third-class devotee. A second-class devotee is he who is more merciful and compassionate to the fallen souls. Second-class devotee is always aware of his position as an eternal servant. He makes friendship with devotees, worships the Lord, acts compassionately to people in general. As long as one is not compassionate to people in general in his devotional service, he is considered to be a third-class devotee. Here, it's in the next paragraph, it says. You can read?
It is indicated here that Kardama Muni was directed by the Lord to be very compassionate and liberal in his householder life and to give assurance to the people in his renounced life. A sannyasi, one in the renounced order of life, is meant to give enlightenment to the people. He should travel, going from home to home enlightened. The householder, by the spell of Maya, becomes absorbed in family affairs and forgets his relationship with Krishna. If he dies in forgetfulness, like the cats and dogs, then his life is spoiled. It is the duty of a sannyasi, therefore, to go and awaken the forgetful souls with enlightenment of their eternal relationship with the Lord and to engage them in devotional service. The devotee should show mercy to the fallen souls and also give them the assurance of fearlessness. As soon as one becomes a devotee of the Lord, he is convinced that he is protected by the Lord. Fear itself is afraid of the Lord. Therefore, what has he to do with fearfulness?
It's the next paragraph. That's the one. Yeah.
To award fearlessness to the common man is the greatest act of charity. A sannyasi or one who is in the renounced order of life should wander from door to door, from village to village, from town to town, and from country to country, all over the world, as far as he is able to travel, and enlighten the householders about Krishna consciousness.
Here, no, next.
A person who is a householder but is initiated by a sannyasi has the duty to spread Krishna consciousness at home as far as possible. He should call his friends and neighbors to his house and hold classes in Krishna consciousness. Holding a class means chanting the holy name of Krishna and speaking from Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. There are immense literatures for spreading Krishna consciousness, and it is the duty of each and every householder to learn about Krishna from his sannyasi spiritual master. There is a division of labor in the Lord's service. The householder's duty is to.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
Yeah, so Prabhupada said anyone who is initiated, grihasta, it's their duty to hold programs at their home and invite others to come and hear about Krishna consciousness, associate with others, and take prasadam. We call it home program.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
But on a regular basis.
Yeah. Yes, Maharaj. We are conducting a weekly program every Saturday evening, inviting.
That's a good time, Saturday.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
You're helping so many people.
Yeah.
Then you take an opportunity and see what sannyasis are traveling in the area and see if you can invite them.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Or any preachers, not just sannyasis, anybody who's preaching, traveling and preaching.
His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj is visiting next week, and we are having a program at our home too, Maharaj.
Good.
Thank you, Maharaj. There is a question on chat by Kalindi Mataji. It's been a long time. She asked, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. So she is asking, what is the difference between Yoga Maya and Mahamaya?
They're the same, but they act in different ways. Mahamaya is an extension of Yoga Maya. Just like electricity is one, but if you put electricity into a heater, it causes heat. If you put the electricity into a air conditioner, it causes cold. It's the same energy. So it's the same energy. So Yoga Maya arranges for Krishna's activities in such a way that people cannot understand his activities. Mahamaya is the external energy or the expansion of Yoga Maya that bewilders the conditioned souls to think that they can find happiness in material activities. One hides Krishna, the other one reveals the activities of Maya or the material energy. If you want to learn more, you can go into the 10th canto. In the very beginning of the 10th canto, there's a very large introduction to the 10th canto. And on one of the pages, I think it's page 99, something, or page 101, something like that, there's a large, very long explanation explaining Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. It's in the introduction to the 10th canto. Or it might be introduction to the first chapter of the 10th canto, which is pretty much the same.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
But they're the same, but they act. One hides Krishna, so Krishna's pastimes cannot be understood by materialistic people. And the other one reveals the material energy to the conditioned soul who wants to enjoy it. These are energies of the Lord, but they're personalities also, who are in control of these energies.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you. She's saying thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah. You can read that section in the 10th canto intro. It's really the best, I think, on that subject.
Thank you. Jai Radha Prabhuji, you can please go ahead. This will be the last question for today.
Mohanji ki.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. Guru Maharaj, I had two questions. Like just we were discussing about the house programs. We also, our family also started one program named Bhakti Kutir, and for 6 months we have taken forward that program. But after 6 months, the what we say, uh, the enthusiasm of the devotees was getting very low. Like the numbers were getting low, and due to some reasons we have to stop it. And now I am also planning to restart it again, but I'm not getting that courage. So how should I introduce them once again and get it back to the uh, way we were trying to run it? So
When
can you please help me?
you start a program, you have to develop it. When you develop it, you have to keep it moving in such a way that people are always inspired in the program. And that takes some adjustments sometimes, some additions like that.
Okay. So like how we can engage those people, because they are just like coming from our neighborhood, and they don't come to temple even. So how can we inspire them at home only, and make sure that they come regularly?
People like to come to home programs. Just invite some senior preacher to come in, and then you can advertise like that. They might be more inclined to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, Guru Maharaj.
Even amongst the devotees in Ujjain, you can find some senior preachers there. Just like you have, what's his name? I forgot his name. He's a real lively person.
Krishna Kishore Prabhu Guru Maharaj?
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Kishore is qualified. He's a good preacher. Yeah.
Sure.
One, of course, you have Maharaj too, right? Bhakti Prem Maharaj when he's there. And then what's that other devotee? I forgot his name. He's always with a camera inside the temple taking pictures.
Rishabhananda Prabhu.
Rishabhananda, yeah, he's good.
Okay.
And then now, what's his name is also becoming a first-class preacher. What's his name? Advaita.
Acharya Prabhu.
Oh yeah, he's really become. I just came, but his grandfather is OBL Kapoor. Did you know that? Who was a associate of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. And I'm reading, he wrote 30 books, OBL Kapoor. And he wrote one book on the life of Lord Chaitanya. It's about 800 pages long. And so that's his grandson there you have at the temple. He's very humble, but he's becoming a first-class preacher now. Really good. You got many devotees there, and you can make a program, invite different people different weeks, and then that will give some people. If you do the same program every week, people sometimes get a little bored. You know, mix it up with different people, different topics.
Okay, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for that. And I also had one more question. Like, as we were discussing about the bhakti life and like this, like, I feel sometimes that I am trying to improve more and more now. But once I feel this, I get back and get lots of obstacles in my life that makes me come to the same point zero that I was at. So how should I maintain that momentum to keep my bhakti getting uplifted all the time?
Well, obstacles for a devotee, and this is a principle. Obstacles for a devotee are opportunities for greater do a greater devotional service. Don't see obstacles as blocks. They're not. You have to explore the obstacle and see how you can use it to increase your bhakti, increase your detachment, increase your knowledge, increase your service. There's no such thing as an obstacle. Did Prabhupada have any obstacles? He had apparently a lot of obstacles, but he went right through them and turned them into opportunities for greater preaching. Material energy works under Krishna's direction.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So it's almost 1.5 hour, Maharaj. We can end the call here today. And I just want to quickly announce tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class is with ISKCON Harrisburg devotees, and we are going back to our regular time, which is 12 p.m. UK time, because the class is with other group. So 30 minutes later, like 12 p.m. UK time, 5:30 p.m. IST. So, and verse number is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 6th chapter, verse number 100. CC Adi.
Let me write all this down, so I have to start a half hour later tomorrow, right?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Half hour later.
What's the verse?
CC Adi Leela, sixth chapter, verse number 100.
Thank you very much for today. Hare Krishna.
Hey, well, Harrisburg.
Yes, Maharaj.
The place of Harrisburg.
Yes. Thank you so much. Such a wonderful class and nice discussion today. Thank you, dear devotees. Thank you, Maharaj.
Let me know if anybody's getting bored. I'll change the subjects a little every once in a while to keep you from getting bored.
No, Maharaj. I don't think we are
never
getting bored.
we can never be bored.
Maharaj, every
can never
day
get
there
bored,
is a new
Guru Maharaj.
discussion, Maharaj. It's keep us thinking all the time. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We'll end the call here. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. So much, Maharaj.